A 75% improvement in speaking, yes, 75% across multiple studies. And the strange part, most English learners have never even heard of this technique.
75%? That sounds too good to be real. What technique are we talking about?
It is called shadowing, and by the end of this video, you are going to know exactly what it is, why it works, and how to start using it today.
Okay, so first things first, what actually is shadowing?
The idea is simple. You listen to someone speaking English and you repeat what they say almost at the same time, like you are their echo. You hear a word, and half a second later, you are saying it right behind them.
So you just copy what someone says? That does not sound very advanced.
Simple to describe, but not easy to do, and that is the whole point. When you shadow, your brain has to listen, process the sounds, understand the meaning, and produce speech all at the same time, and that activates multiple areas of your brain at once.
Which areas specifically?
Two big ones, Broca's area, which handles speech production, and Wernicke's area, which handles comprehension.
So it is like a workout for the language parts of your brain.
Exactly. And not just your brain, your mouth muscles are getting a workout too. Your native language trained your tongue, lips and jaw to move in very specific patterns, and English uses sounds that might not exist in your first language at all. Exactly. And not just your brain, your mouth muscles are getting a workout too. Your native language trained your tongue, lips and jaw to move in very specific patterns, and English uses sounds that might not exist in your first language at all.
So who actually came up with this technique?
Lambert developed it back in 1992 as a training tool for professional interpreters, the people who listen in one language and speak in another language at the same time. Think about the cognitive load involved in that. You are processing incoming speech, translating concepts, and producing output while new information keeps flowing in.
That sounds extremely difficult.
It is one of the most demanding cognitive tasks a person can do, and that is what makes it powerful for regular learners. When a researcher named Tamai applied shadowing to Japanese English learners in the 1990s, they discovered that the same intensity that made interpreters excellent at their jobs could transform everyday language learners into more fluent speakers.
And someone turned it into a full learning method?
Professor Alexander Arguel did. He speaks over 43 languages, and he adapted shadowing specifically for language learners in the 1990s. What he created bridges two major language learning theories at the same time. Stephen Krashen's comprehensible input hypothesis, which says you need to receive understandable language, and Merrill Swain's output hypothesis, which says you also need to produce language. Most study methods only do one or the other. Shadowing does both simultaneously, and that is what makes it so effective.
You mentioned 75% at the beginning. Where does that number actually come from?
A 2025 systematic review confirmed that shadowing improves comprehensibility, intelligibility, accent reduction, and fluency. Across multiple studies, the average overall speaking improvement came out to 75%.
Can you break that down a bit more?
Grammar scores improved from 1.00 to 1.76, pronunciation jumped from 0.73 to 1.50, and fluency increased from 0.89 to 1.70. And here is one that surprises a lot of people. 95% of learners reported increased speaking confidence after just 3 months of regular practice.
95% reported more confidence? That seems almost as important as the pronunciation gains.
It might be even more important because confidence is what gets you speaking in the first place. When you have practiced producing English sounds hundreds of times through shadowing, real conversations feel less intimidating. You have already trained your mouth to move in English patterns, so you're not fighting basic articulation while trying to communicate your actual ideas.
That makes a lot of sense. I know people who understand English well but freeze the moment they have to speak.
And the research from 2025 shows that the benefits extend beyond pronunciation into listening comprehension too. When you can produce English rhythm patterns yourself, you become better at recognizing those same patterns in other people's speech. Learners report improved comprehension of movies, podcasts, and casual conversation after consistent practice.
Okay, I'm trying this tonight.